Many of our cities are facing crime waves, never-ending traffic. Man, it never ends. Death waves, and high resource costs. All of which can cripple your city's economy if not dealt with ASAP. Today we're going to save my city and fix these problems, hopefully for good, and I'm sure you're going to pick up some tips along the way as well. If you enjoy my British build, please leave a like on the video and drop a problem emoji in the comments below. See if you can work out that one, and then grab a cup of tea, sit back and relax as we dive back into Kettlewick. Right, so where shall we start? I think the biggest problem we've got at the moment is all these crime scenes all over the place, and they don't seem to be being dealt with, which is a little bit concerning. If we look at our police overview here, I mean, this area doesn't seem to be covered. This area doesn't seem to be covered. I think we might have found our problem. Yes, and also if we look on here as well, we've got 0 prison capacity. That is not good. Let's check out these police places we've got here. So operating districts, yeah, it doesn't look like, I mean, we can check individually what Evergreen Crossing has assigned to it. It does have a police station assigned to it. So which one is that? This one up over here. Okay, a little bit further to travel. How are we doing in this one here? 10 out of 10 out patrolling. They're covering quite a few areas. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to remove Evergreen Crossing from the list of that one, and we're going to pop it in here. This one has some police cars available. You can do that area for us. We can check the same over here in Penguin Park Estates. Yep, there is no police particularly assigned to that, although some of my police stations were not assigned to any districts at all. Some are assigned to loads of districts, but yeah, I think we could quickly fix this one as well. We've got cars spare. You can go and look after that area. This is all okay. So then who is looking after Grove Springs, this massive area up here? Let's click on there. Grove Springs has no local services at all. As we are making money, and this is all the way over this side, I think it might be a good idea to pop in a small police station in this area somewhere. Maybe we could take a little bit of this. Actually, this side of the road is totally free, and maybe we could try and use something that has some prison capacity as well. Interestingly enough, for our British build here in Kettlewick, the UK police station just does have a jail capacity of 25, which is what I would expect. But if we go into here, it says jail availability 200, prison availability. I've never known that they've both been different. Arrested 2, capacity 200, criminals in jail 54. My mind's feeling a little bit blown at the minute. So there's some that will just go to jail, but there's some that need to go to prison, sort of longer term things. How has that never hit me before, that is a different thing? I've not noticed that before. So if we take off that filter there just for British builds, do we have something that is just a prison that might fit into this area? I mean, so that says jail, that says jail. Is nothing going to actually say prison on here and show the difference? Jail, 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 jail. So how the heck am I supposed to take care? Oh, yeah, the penny's dropped. The penny's dropped. Don't worry. Stop typing in the comments. Prison. Let's unlock the prison. We don't have enough points to unlock the prison. So at the moment, we're not going to be able to build a prison, but we are going to be able to put in here a UK jail, because that is what we need. So we're going to have a little alley coming off the side here, just to give them a little runoff into this area. We're going to add that as a 3-lane asymmetrical road right at the end. There we go, so they can get in and out. I will sort out the... Is there a power cable there? There is a power cable there. Hopefully I can just yoink that across. Yeah, we're fine. I'm going to take the traffic lights off of there. Excellent. And then we'll pop this into here. Very good. Very British. And before they start sending all their cars out to everywhere, because they're not in a particular area at the moment, we're going to give them Grove Springs. We're going to give them Celebration Gardens as well. But let's just see which one was assigned to, we've got 2 assigned to Celebration Gardens. That one there. Okay, we're going to remove that from the list. Thank you kindly. Then we'll go back to here, police station, view details. This one over here. Okay, excellent. Celebration Gardens. Yoink, removed. That's good. So that makes more sense. Then we'll get you guys to work on Celebration Gardens. Brilliant. So hopefully that's going to take care of all of that death wave up there. This one we've taken care of. This one. And that's it. Yeah, and everyone else is okay. This one down here. Oh, this is Refreshers Park. We do have a police station here. Yeah, all the way down here. What have we got going on? 10 police cars patrolling. That might just be a distance thing, and they'll get round to it eventually. Yeah, I think that's more of a distance thing. I'm not going to be too concerned about that, although I'm just wondering whether this zone... Let's just extend this zone a little bit so it takes in these other roads. Yeah, there we go. So hopefully that will be okay. We can come back and check that at the end. Right, so hopefully that is the crime wave sorted. What was next on the list? Yep, that is traffic. So this junction here is always getting busy. It's right by a whole load of, well, these are medium density, apart from those really tall flats there, high density, but there's a lot of people living in this area right here. It's off of a big main road that goes all the way down here into the city in both directions. The traffic is building up. We can see, oh, look at that lovely train. Traffic going over the top, and then this joins right over here to the highway. We've got this typical UK raised roundabout sort of junction here as you come off the main highway that goes through and around Kettlewick. So there's a lot going on, and we possibly could help this just a little bit better. So maybe let's just take a look at what's going on. I'm going to pause it for a moment. Now, this whole area here, Freddo Meadows, has one entrance and exit. It's this road here. Now, in the UK, that just happens all the time. I live on a huge estate that's got one entrance and exit like this. It's a giant cul-de-sac filled with cul-de-sacs. It's just how it works in the UK sometimes. Yep. Probably not great. You hear Phil talking about can't cul-de-sac anything in America. They might have that rule, but we don't seem to have it in the UK. I would like to not cul-de-sac this area as much as I was going for the realism, just because there's so many people in here. What have we got? 1,641 plus the traffic of everybody coming in and out here right by another junction. The proximity of these two junctions is too close together. So I would like to try and change this. Now, I'm looking at this thinking, would they ever do roadworks here and switch this out for a roundabout a little bit further back that both of these roads could go into? And we've got all of this open space here that nobody owns. And I'm thinking they could possibly do that. That would not be beyond the realms of possibilities. We could bend this road up to here, bend that road up to there, have that come in and that come in, and that could solve the traffic that's on here. Why don't we just do a little bit of rebuilding and see how that looks? Okay. So we're making good progress here. I'm going to take out the crossings that are right on, I don't know whether that road's going to stay, we'll see, that are right on the roundabout here. That one's gone as well, that's good. We've got this crossing down here. This one can have a crossing a little bit further along there. It lets me add it. Yep, there we go. This one has got a crossing right up here. We don't need that one and we don't need that one because that's taking care of it. So that should keep everything moving much, much better, I hope. And then we've got this bit of this build over here, this road, I should say, that gives access to all of this. I don't think having this commercial low building here is any problem. People can walk around. In fact, what we might just do, if the game allows us, is just switch that around the height of realism. There we go. And get that facing this road instead. I think that'll be much, much better. There we go. Excellent. Well, let's unpause this. See how things go. And hopefully everybody's happy with this. We've got a lot of traffic up here. It's because of that crossing that they're not moving through. No, it's not. It's because there's a traffic light there. Let's remove the traffic light. We don't want that. Any other traffic lights around? No. We've got a traffic light on the crossing here. That's fine. For a road that's this fast and this busy, you need that pedestrian crossing. So let's maybe just keep it viewed like this. Do a nice time lapse and see whether all of this traffic goes down. To be honest, I think that's pretty much solved the traffic in this location. Yeah, look at that. And it's opened up another spot for us to build in up over here. You can't see my cursor. Up over here, which is great. We will keep that in mind for the future. And even though this was a bit of an odd design here, quite close together, it's working fine to get everybody moving along nice and happily. That is brilliant. How can we add this then? So it's not a giant cul-de-sac. How can we add it to another area? We've got to be careful here. I mean, this could connect up to there, which would mean we could have people coming in and going out. And I'm just wondering, I mean, that is literally coming off the highway junction. I don't think that, again, would be beyond the realms of possibility. So if we just pick this road here and bring that in nice and straight, I'm just wondering whether... Yeah, we'll do that. Let's just keep it like that. That is looking a little bit odd there, isn't it? So I'm going to grab the Move It mod and just see if we can just help that out a little bit. I think that is okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. And I don't think there's any traffic lights on there. No. So maybe we'll go with that. So at least now they've got a second way in and out of this area, and that can keep everybody happy. Excellent. Now, was there another spot where there was traffic? Yeah, this was another traffic hotspot, but it actually looks like it's sorted itself out. Again, we know traffic can change depending on the time of day. Man, that car was freaking out. There's another one freaking out over there, shaking from side to side. But anyway, yeah, it's all okay. So what I think we'll do then is we will look at one of the other problems we've got in our city, and that is the death rate. The crime is going down, by the way. Still a bit of crime there. Let's just have a look over here. Crime still a bit there. We'll see what happens with that. All the crime in the fields has gone, which is fantastic. I think that's just an accident. That's just an accident. Yeah, so let's have a look at this. Now, you might have spotted this quite a few times. I don't know why the roofs are freaking out, but we'll ignore that. Waiting for hearses. Now, in this area, we do have hearses assigned, and we can check that if we go to Chester, Welfare School, Landfill, Parish Church, and Crematorium. Why are these jumping around? Let's just pause a minute. Parish Church, so we'll see where that one is right here. That one has recently filled up, and we've expanded that with both sides, and it's doing okay, but they're not being sent out, even though there's problems they need to deal with. This is also the crematorium that's in that area, yeah, Chester. Again, not being sent out. Yes, and I want to show you a little reason. Oh my goodness, those roofs, I feel like I'm at a disco. Good grief. Let's zoom in and not move. I want to show you the reason why this is happening. Yes, we have lots of notification, no pedestrian access problems on here. Now, I've been in conversation with Colossal Order, members at Colossal Order that we talked to, and modders as well. And we're trying to work out what is the issue on here. Oh, that was an autosave. We'll have a quick sip of tea. And we're not quite sure. We are trying to get to the bottom of it. Now, normally what I do is I use the dev mode and I hide all these notifications because I've got these ones here and I've also got these ones over here from way back in the beginning in Hobnob Heights. And what is odd is these will show this problem, but people still live there. They're happy and they very rarely have any issues. This one here is waiting for a hearse, but it doesn't have this connection problem. And they should be calling for a hearse. We've got the game paused, haven't we? So maybe they won't. Let's just double check. Hobnob Heights has a parish church attached to it, 2 crematoriums, so that'll get solved. But these ones over here just seem to cause problem after problem after problem. And I know I plopped all of these down because if we go into the zoning tab, there is absolutely no zoning below them at all. This road here is not some weird road builder road. If we just do a picker on that, there we go. We can see that it is a normal, it doesn't actually highlight it on it, does it? It isn't actually a normal alley, which is fine. Let's do picker again. Custom alley. Oh, I'm now wondering whether that is a problem. I've used a custom alley road build. There it is. No, that's alley sidewalk. Where? Custom alley. I'm wondering whether it's that. I wonder if I could replace it with this alley and it will stop the problems. It doesn't seem like it is. But I'm wondering whether... Yes, my brain is thinking. So I've been told that these are all level 5, by the way. Yeah, level 5, level 5, level 5, level 5. But as they... That was level 5, yeah. As they level up, it can sometimes have this issue. And it can sometimes be because of a road builder road. There's just some sort of thing that they don't quite like, that most people aren't having the problem, but sometimes you are. So what I'm going to do to try and solve the problem here is I'm going to delete all the ones that have this no pedestrian access problem. Sorry, people that live there, but yeah, it's going to happen. I can't believe there is only one building here that doesn't have that problem. And it's a level 5 as well. But now we know that we've changed this back to the normal alley. And what's weird is I use that custom alley. Every time I say alley, I've said it too many times. Sounds like it's a made-up word. I've used that one. Oh, no, I haven't. Alley. Come on, show me the one alley. Show me it, alley. Oh, maybe it was... This is custom alley, but these don't have a problem. Custom alley. Right, okay. Interesting. I'll go and check those other houses in a second. So this one here, is that a level 5 as well? It is. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to fill this up again. We know they were all level 5, so we're going to stick with what we've got. If they were a lower level, I would have stuck with what we had there. We want these, we want these, we want terrace, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't want corners, but I can sort of grab some of these. And we only want 2 wide, don't we? Lot depth, 1, 2. There we go. That's the one we want. So it's these, not the corners, because we didn't have any corners up here. Now that is weird. It says overlapping items. What is that actually? I think we're getting to the root of a problem here. What is it overlapping? Is it overlapping over here? No. Is there a surface here that I don't know about? What is it overlapping? There's nothing there. There's nothing below ground. This is very, very strange. Yeah, there's definitely nothing there. But I'm wondering if that what the problem is. Let's do a test. I'm going to pick of this and I'm going to place it there. I've got Anarchy on, so it's going to let me place it. Oh, I did have Anarchy on. Anarchy, there we go. Immediately, no pedestrian access. I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to pick of this and try and place it over there. Oh, another auto save. Picker. Yeah, and it's not saying it's overlapping something. So that is the problem. These aren't overlapping. None of these are overlapping now. Oh, it's because I've got Anarchy on. What is it overlapping? Let's have a look down here. Yeah, we can see there's some weird things that have been left over underneath. I think we've discovered whatever this problem is. I feel like I need to quickly put a post on our Discord server. I will be right back. Okay, well, that's been an interesting hour or so of my life, chatting with some of the modders and Colossal Order on the Discord there. It seems like there are some problems going on in this area. Now, whether it was... I mean, we don't know exactly... I know what's causing it. I don't know what caused the problem, if that makes sense. So let me show you what I mean. Is it saving? No, there we go. So we've got no errors on here. If I pick just one of these here and try and place it. Right, can you see all those little red things that are underneath? They shouldn't be there. They are leftover areas that all these assets have. So if I have Anarchy on, I can place it and there's no problem. But when I place this one, it's now going to come up with the pathfinding problem because of what is underneath. But if I just delete this whole asset, there we go. We go into our areas, remove surfaces and spaces, and particularly this one here, spaces filter of the Better Bulldozer mod. We can see them. Look, there they are. These are leftover spaces from an asset that was here before. Now in this area, as you see, I sometimes plop. There goes another one. I wish they'd show up. It'd be so much easier if they showed up. I can't even do a move it mod, marquee mode thing. It doesn't get them, which would be fantastic. Although you can't delete in the move it mod, which is annoying. Individually, look, there we go. There's one there, and you've got to click it right in the right of the center of it. Oh man, there is literally hundreds in this area. But even then, selecting them, I mean, I can move them with the move it mod. Oh darn it, clicked in the wrong bit. Let's just get that one. I can move them, but I can't delete them with the move it mod because that option's not in it, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, it doesn't keep showing it up. So now I have to go into the Better Bulldozer to delete them again. So if I can actually find all the ones that are hidden under here, let me just sort of randomly click around a bit and see what I can do. I think I've got them all just here. So with Anarchy off, I can place that one and it's fine. Over here, that one will be okay. This one is going to be a problem. Look, we can see that there's some up here. So if we just grab all of these carefully. But these little areas are basically what is in each asset. So you've got these, if you hover over again, Better Bulldozer, they're walking, park and hangout areas out the back here. So I don't think we ever actually see people walking up and down here, but they are part of the asset. And the asset will have various versions of them. Depending on how the asset was made. Oh, we do see people, beg your pardon, unless that person was there when I plopped it down. That's probably more the case. So at some point when I made this area, I put the road down. I may or may not have had Anarchy on. Probably actually, yeah, when I initially placed them, I don't know. May or may not have had Anarchy on. And then I've put my filters into here, got the terraces I want, and then I've just been placing them in here. These little hangout areas would not have been there initially. They have been at some point when I've deleted these assets. There we go. Look, they're all along here. It's left them behind. So the only thing I can think of, it wouldn't be Better Bulldozer because it must have been something in Plot the Growables in one update or something is disagreeing with this asset to initially place it wrong, make the little areas freak out in some way, and then, but not always show up. So when I initially placed them, they were all fine. Otherwise, I would have known about it at the beginning. And then as they level up, something's happened for this error to happen. And then I've just ignored it. I've hidden it in the dev menu and just got on with my life because it wasn't all of them like we saw in this area. Look, 95% of these are fine. It's just these ones here. So I've just ignored it. And then the only time I try and do something about it, a bit like today, is when it all comes to a head, when they're calling for hearses, fire trucks, and they don't, because the pathfinding, I know it says pedestrian, but it just affects the whole asset. When the services don't turn up and it becomes a problem, then what I've done is I've just deleted the entire asset, bonk, 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 had Anarchy on because I've not realised the problem. I pick at the next asset. There we go, and just gone like that again and thought, yeah, that's all fine until it's leveled up, or yeah, something must update it because I'm like plopping these down now and it's no problem. And I was picking and plopping level 5s. So something would somehow update it. I'll tell you what, let's try it like this. Let's pick this road. So if I just say draw down here, is that going to update those assets? No. Is that? No. I don't know. Something in some way would update it and then it would have that error. And then we just go through that motion again. Is before I record, I'd go, oh, let's remove those 3 or 4, replop them, forget about that problem until later. So the reason I'm sharing this, and I'm in contact with the mod makers, they're still sort of trying to, I can literally see their messages going up now while I'm talking to you. They're trying to work it out. So yeah, something between me originally plopping it with Plot the Growables with Anarchy on, they were fine. At some point they've leveled up, come up with that error, and then after that I've then used Better Bulldoze, replopped on top of all these little hidden areas that are in here, which I can only see, I can't see, I can only get to if I do this. So I'm going to have to go through this entire, look, you can see them all. I'm going to have to go through this entire area and see if I can get rid of as many of these as I can, because there's no sort of area tool for this. And the only other way I can sort of see them is by picking one of these and not having Anarchy on, and then just sort of waving it over this area. And you can see, look, there we go. There's a couple there. There's a couple there. There's none there. There's another one there. And just trying to delete it all. So that is the solution for that. But yeah, a little modded thing. Don't freak out about it. Sometimes mods are updated. You'll get a little bug fix thrown in. And in between, we're using them. We're playing. You know, we're doing stuff. But we work with the mod makers. I'm sure they'll come up with whatever the problem is and fix it, and we'll see how we can go. So let's go on to the next thing, which is this problem over here, which is the high resource costs. Now, why am I getting this popping up a lot in my city? We've got... oh no, that's the pollution problem over there. We've got it in a few places anyway. I can't see it now. There's just a couple here. Let's see what we can do about that. Okay, I decided to go through the whole lot and delete it all. I stuck a video on, removed all the things, plopped them. So this area, they're all plopped. So we're going to see how that goes as they level up. And then as we head over here to Hobnob Heights near the Barney McGrew Memorial, all of these down here have been replaced and hopefully fixed. And that is it for good. So there we go. If you have that issue, you might be facing the same thing as me. Ooh, what is this little problem going on down here? Excessive noise pollution. We haven't had that one before. That, I think, honestly, is the first time I've ever seen that in the game. Let's just take a look in here at our pollution levels. There we go, noise. So it seems like it's that road that is causing the noise pollution, which is interesting. Although this here is from the All Sorts train station, I would say, here and the bus station. Underneath, it's starting to spread out a bit like pollution over here. Wonder how that is affecting them. Let's just have a look. I mean, they're happy. Got the Patton family. They're poorly educated and wretched household wealth. But apart from that, they're doing fine. Maybe it's the dog. Oh, it stopped. That was very weird. The dog is going to plastic hold. Where is the dog? Oh, you're on a bus. Okay, fair enough. Well, you carry on going to wherever you're going, which is joink all the way over here. Fantastic. Right, so the other issue, I think, might have actually taken care of itself, which was the high resource costs. And I will actually... What? Oh dear, something hasn't loaded correctly. The football pitches. Yeah, we need to just totally replace those. They completely broke. All right, well, that'll be something I'll just do off camera. So the high resource cost problem that we saw popping up on a few buildings. What's that one? Oh dear. No. I'm going to ignore that. We'll do that later. Is something that you can actually fix yourself. Let's have a look at our tax rates. So it might be obvious to some, but not to others. What I've been doing to make as much money as we've been making in our city is popping into here. And every now and again, you can see something that you can increase and make more money on. So let's give you a good example of something I might immediately change. Let's have a look in industrial. So I'm looking for something that's pretty high anyway that I could sort of knock up super high and make some more money on. Yeah, these. I've knocked these up in the past up to 30%. They're now not making anything. So I'm going to knock these back down to 10. And then what you'll find is over time, the need for these will rise again and we'll start making more money. Here's a good one. There we go. Beverages, 961,000. I think that was one of the ones we had an issue with. I can whack that up to the max and make 2.8 million. And then slowly as time goes by, our beverage production in the city is going to drop lower and lower and lower. So then we need to put that back down to 10% like you did then. So it's sort of like almost a built-in mini game. There we go. We're not making any money on concrete. We know we're making concrete in the city. We've got some mines for the granite and stuff. So that's sort of what I've been doing to make money. It's like, oh, here we go, that telecom. We'll pop that back down. We'll pop that back down. This one, that could go right up and make us some decent money, and so can the software, and we'll keep an eye on that. Do you remember back in City Skylines 1, we used to do this for sort of like a boost of money? We'd whack all of our money, our tax rates, it was then, back to high, earn a load of money, and just before everybody started leaving the city, we'd knock it back down again. This is the City Skylines 2 equivalent to that. So yeah, like this one here. Food, actually, I don't touch. Food and meals. I think vehicles we've had going up and down, but the basics, normally I don't touch the beverages either, although we have got that up a little bit. I'm just going to knock that down. There we go. Textiles, we'll knock that down a little bit as well. So the super basics I don't touch. We'll put that back up to 10, but anything else is fair game, and that's normally how I do it. So I'm not going to touch the food. We'll leave the grain. This one, yeah, this one could do. Look at that. That could do a lot, and we'll keep an eye on that. And then we'll make a ton of money. Look at that. We are actually making millions. So at our current rate of about 132,000 an hour, that's 3.1 million a day, 22.1 million a week, 88.7 million per month, 1,064,448,000 per year. Oh my giddy aunt, that is absolutely nuts. And I'm sure that is almost sort of sustainable, which is brilliant. Because like I showed you, I'll put some up and some down, and that will solve the problem. Good grief. And now we're making over 2 billion a year, and it's still going up. This is absolutely fan-flipping-tastic. Right, I'm just going to remove these like this, and we've got some other football decals that we could add in instead. Let's have a look. That is a pretty large one, and it's only a half a... I think we're going to struggle to get one that fits in here. Oh, 5-a-side. That would be perfect. Let's place that this way round. We'll have one there. There we go. And we'll have one there. And then we're definitely going to get some of these goals on here as well. Let's get these lined up. Oh, I love playing 5-a-side footy. There we go. I'm a goalkeeper, by the way. Always happy. I'm playing the wing as well. I'm pretty nifty. Pretty quick on my feet. Do this one here. Oh, yeah, these get the bigger goals. There we go. Let's line that up. But, yeah, playing in goal, that's my favourite position. Excellent. So that should solve... Whoops. Don't know why it does that. There we go. That should solve that problem there. So last episode, we built this area here alongside the river. It was dealing with a lot of pollution. The pollution is sort of coming and going. Let's just zoom in a bit and have a look. There we go. So we still got some pollution. We did move the factories that were here all the way up here. I think in the future, we're going to remove this gas power plant and go nuclear. But we'll do that another time. But I wanted some name suggestions for this area for Evergreen Crossing, and we're going to do a little bit of work down here as well because we had 2 fantastic suggestions. So the first suggestion was from anonymous netizen that says, I don't know if the river has a name already, but if it doesn't, it could be called the River Tees. I see what you did there. Then the district nearby could be called Teesside. That is a fantastic suggestion. We'll do that. And then the other suggestion was from Dylan Sargison. I feel like if I lived in Evergreen Crossing, soon to be called Teesside, I want to be able to walk to the railway station with some sort of bridge over the river and tracks, or perhaps a tunnel underneath. So we are going to do something crossing here and something crossing here as well. But let's sort out the name first. So this is going to be called Teesside. There we go. Fantastic. And then this is going to be called the River Tees. So I'm thinking if I just add a little district over the top of this. There we go, the River Tees, and then we have Teesside. Fantastic. So let's have a look and see what we can do over here. So I'm thinking to get across all of these train tracks here, a tunnel would be a lot easier. And we've got this little plaza section out the back where we can add some walking... let's have a look. What am I talking about? If we go into here, yeah, invisible pedestrian paths, we could pop some of these in here, and that could run all the way underneath our tunnel. And then across the river here, we could do something a little bit different. I'm thinking this one here, cable-stayed bridge. I mean, we could sort of run that from here to there. Could we go a little bit further with a double? Now, that could be quite good. Oh, there's an autosave. If we went something like that... that could be quite good. And then we can connect this up to the ground. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. So you can get up and down from that side. It's nice and tall for anything that's coming underneath. We've got no trees in the way. We've got a couple of trees in the way. Let's sort those. There we go. We've got to move it more. Just move that over a little bit and that over a little bit as well. Excellent. Get across the river. This is tall enough. This is a nice little curve to get down there as well. Brilliant. So that's good for everybody in Teesside crossing over. And then we want to give everybody in Teesside and what is this whole area called? Have I not got a zone? Oh, yeah, it's all Freddo Meadows. No. Oh, it's all part of Butler End, isn't it? Oh, yeah, we might have to make this a smaller area. But anyway, all of these people living in these high-rise buildings all need to get across here. So I'm thinking if we could bring a tunnel through here, that would connect up well. Let's see what we can do. Okay, there we go. I think that'll be okay. We can get through to over here, back up to this path, which is good. And then we want to just make sure that we've got an invisible pedestrian path connection that goes through. There we go, to that one there. And then that comes down to here. Yeah, so people can walk around. We could even add just another one like here. Wait, stop jumping around. There we go, like so. There we go, so they can get through to that path. Excellent, that's good. Oh, let's come out of that view and then let's look over here. So yeah, they can cross over. I'll leave the... I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn the lights off. I don't think it's going to be that busy, and I think that'll be fine for people getting from one side to the other. Let's just add another couple of paths in here. There we go, giving lots of access in all sorts of different places to get across to these. Don't think we've got any trees that are in the way. No, so that'll be good. We've already got people walking over the top of this, which is fantastic, giving them from Teesside access over to here and back again. And then hopefully we'll see some going down the tunnel and coming out the other end at some point. I'm going to keep an eye on this, make sure this is working. Oh, I was just moving things around to tidy that up. And there we go. The first person to cross over here. Who is that? Clay. Clay's like, oh, Clay. Brilliant. So he's going to Wokingham, which is a long way away, and he's getting the train to Wokingham. Oh, it's one of the outside cities. But at least, oh, there we go. Look, they're all using it now. This is great. Let's follow this person here. Oh, clicking on all sorts of things I don't want to click on. You, Rose. Let's follow Rose and see where Rose ends up. Oh, there we go. Rose is heading off into the city. Fantastic. Well, how about that? We fixed the crime, we fixed the traffic, we fixed the death waves, we fixed the high resource costs, and for certain periods of time, we made over £2 billion a year. What a day at the office that was. Well, if you enjoyed today's build, a thumbs up as always would be absolutely fantastic of you. And a massive thank you to all of my patrons. You can see their names scrolling up the screen right now. Your extra support, as always, goes a long way, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. By the way, the next brand new series of Timberborn has already started. Episode 1 is up. Episode 2 will be out either any day now, or perhaps it's already out, I don't know, but check the link below if you want to find out more. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'll see you all very soon for some more Kettlewick.